Well, my mention me to Kwame, baby obi am semo fa sankre man metie nka ache very very good friend am to Kwame. Good evening, baby bia obia. Na mention da kabre Mahmoud Frimpong Manso. So of am metie nka ache. Likely say o party no be fa me krom ni no as running mate.
Krom ni no.
Erikopoku. Very likely. The Mamenka win shows and very likely.
Eric is a super
likely.
super material.
Yeah, likely.
Very very super material. Yeah, media. And you know, we have so many people.
Okay.
Okay, I say, and any one of them who
is fit. Have for many DH.
No, that's fine. Ubi to say Upuni is also a material. Even my own friend Elvis.
Potential vice president.
My own friend Elvis.
Yes.
My own friend Elvis.
So he when ni na we dia go for the president ni be now go for be no your running mate. O dia will be the the day na o per running mate.
Yeah.
I don't know me ba. So we catch him say me the younger ones no. Omo na me many di omochi. The Sylvester Menses, the Kwame Wadakos.
The Kwame, another fine.
The friends, Minio Elembele.
Power Minister,
Asempa FM.
Amako Fibwa.
Yeah.
You know, just you've mentioned Erikopoku. These are all potential. Say, President, Echusu Omumubia, Edi Kanohua. It tells you, say, Nyamia Adona 2024, you win. Beyond the 2024, we would have prepared another younger person. Also, ubeti aji baton na odi edia to America. So, me dear, I have said it and I want to repeat. Say, above 70, it's not practical. What I say, you better running meet or above 70 years. Na okwa kudu ahin for after that 4 years. You see, 4 years to cry yen do you. What I say, I thought I said 4 years before you bet to abano prano, yen shase. Never kwa do so, no way this saying. Na you so ya sand there for a copy so ni ya yi ono akotena fie. Asa ya kofa fufro ananse ye de ono na eko. For me, I think say between that period, roles our party ni more, and I say it me back government more. There are roles that such materials can be used for. Be very useful. What I say because of our experience, our professionalism, and the kind of knowledge our in various sectors, they can also play very efficient role, support the team. President no be used at that time, now omode redeeming the system from whatever doldrums it finds itself. For me that would be my Eric, like you said, or can those candidates
Asempa FM.
And because the materials I can keep mentioning, we have a lineup of materials. We use our batch in the free. We still have another next batch, the Okujetos, the Atoforsins, and all of that. So I have group people, Omudin, they are the next line. To you, after Omono, then you can fall on the Okujetos and the Atoforsins, the Sam Georges, and all those others who are also building their profile into that space. So, for me, I think, let's be practical. Some people are your party form paying for any bidding. So Mubeka. But you say assembly dika. Hina beka. Miara. And yo biaro miara. The media anukrokro. And it's not out of malice. And Abeka. Because deep down my heart, they are good materials. And they can be useful not only as running mates, but even as a council of state chairperson. And role B, there are various places they can fit. I'm waiting about President Nechi Chidom. And we will all succeed as a team, and the glory will be to our maker. See, that's what I'll say about that.
More release, after you need some common. How
now be there who cried their own and hear me. I didn't know make it. Now I said the Kojo na in the list. Now I said the hotel he had and Nina. I have 4 million woman. It is I have me no Bamudia. Not just say I feel do so.
I feel
I'm cancer. Me okay na me de back one account.
Me na become as him.
And I made the hand on say Obi ne go di president. And also be fan running meet. Now when you bro who I have for now have for president in Libya. I have for because who are material. I catch a poku say.
Yeah.
And yet the old hand the Kojoki can all these materials. They must come out and challenge your Mahama. They shouldn't go massa. Massa. Mommy come as somebody.
Yes.
Mommy come as yeah. On your dear sir. And materials in the go on. They are equally qualified to be the president in this country. What it features ya wa hafu. Ya the person ya kobo chaskele. You been done on sorry na no power got you say I have what baby di. What be me vice. That's how you know.
Animaniano.
Omu nyina ntinsim. Ni yenhu de wo mumu. Ne du ho no mo a. Ya wie no. Na de obewi ni. Ka say mahu sa hafu. Bibi wo mumu. Enti wo ma be fa wo ade. Enti na mo nyina mo tetanchire na obi ape obi ampe o. Ya si John Mahama hene. E na ye mo de. No, yeah, so what can we do? Because you jam and I'm coming. That will show the material, because say Muyan Samu Yinamu compete. Ne Aquina Bedahonomo. Say the Kojo Kain. He's preparing them for the future candidature. Meboa. It is say Oko 2024. No be lusu. Likely so be lusu. That time, no what on did that. Afa na wo de obi ubebo bi chaskele na wo wi aga jense for me running mate any ade omo nyina ntinsim party no is open. It's open contest for everybody. Edi ahafo de na wani abron ko pesika na prepare no mo nyina opuni obetumi ate asimu erikopoku ntinsim omo nyina so jo Muhammad boa on bibi kakra o botom eti mo nyina mo ntinsim na eba ne sa na ma contest no na yehu se aye kama na me pa de running mate de se wonnim na akotitare akire na wa masom na wa meye yi na wo ye ka nkrofo abo wa mobi ti se de wonim de enti ma John Mahama ya na ne ho kire no pa na wo hwe se de ye prepare wo fitting collaborate assemblyman dadaba achimota oni namu obehwa na ha to mama pa oda sorry anopa wako parliament oda sorry anopo bia ye minister Oda sorry anopo bi hweye kwadwo no mu nam fom kikiri ne ayi friends kwaku ani do honum ewie ye so John Mahama ne ho fe na ya fawo wa be di vice president ade achi ya president ya mutu waira ya swell in the rare contest ankasa no ebi no be face in the 2016 any pa o ti ase so mo starting prepare mo de kwajo kanyina o hye mo but the vice president akunya na ese mo di mani to so mo ntwen ma no nkoye ne di anwie e say as endorsement bi na mo to na mo de ma no ade nso aka jam so ye mo candidate kura mo be lose nti wo to on prepare ho na wo fa ho jimu bi
okay chairman mama na ase
agro so do ho jima e na ho bon mu
my brother, back to your conversation. You be page mu 6:15 because of Akansia. I can see.
What do you time na dia bo advert. Ya be ye ka class wa musa be pa me 6:15. Munya sa.
Ye koso.
Your time 4:30, mu dey 30 minutes aye hwan future hwan ni builders kakra ye be cancel musa and the football
yes so called business sector hon man go for lining up for adverting it yes no me dey turn product no
ni ha program
product
that's very true
to my nkasa
amam for ye din tie nyina tie dey be kan o wi ana dey advert have twa wi ana mo twe
file okute ayema
o da so dey wa bi
o wi ana abobo ye o ma files ayapa you know so certain also
Larry Degbe si o chia mu nyina
Hey, Larry, I look for you.
Also, Chairman now.
Larry,
Also,
I dey look for
especially the Achim candidate.
Larry, I dey look for you. I get some story. So
Kaja Larry say, me say, although nya did not contest on ko back pe. No nya said what he send a message you.
Larry, I get some story.
Guys, me chiadi bi. No the contest no tin hu ntum back pe.
Okay, all right, okay, come on.
What's that mean your name?
NDC for release in response to IGP the
Oh, yeah, release no. Me buy me tie, me banana me tie young man, Papa bi ano.
Godwin.
Godwin.
As I media.
You see, he sought to single out Okujeto and, watch him later free soon or call Sam George so near there. And yeah, Okujeto ni Sam George asema. The only vessels are, party no a yusu omodia kasa. So taking them on individually, it's not, genius, if I should put it that way. And yeah, Okujeto personal issue and our raise. He was talking about something that the party has issues with. And he really had a press release on that. And I think, sir, our IGP is gaining notoriety for the wrong reasons, with all due respect to him. Oba, I think the way he was accepted wholeheartedly, especially in the manner with which the previous one the way I obey excuse my language, or the free so no. When this man came, the man of buy any one or two things, so Ghanaians greeted him with a lot of magnanimity. They received him, thinking, say, sir, we know the abano, like that, the way he landed, it was going to continue. That me sure suffered akoniti. Sir, attitude, what were years in change, and something else is filling his mindset. Who doesn't know? And why now I'm complaining about police and the way their attitude in the last few months? Who hasn't seen it? Who hasn't seen it? Who hasn't complained? Most of our civil society organizations, intellectuals, academia, and comments of diverse have been put out there. Well, it's a Ghana, because there are certain countries in Yeme CC, a whole CC and up to today, he doesn't have a job. And Konya Juma, let alone have that pen and the audacity to take on that high horse position. Now, because of IGP, he's taking over the job of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Meaning, baby, Onyasa power is free. And I thought, say, the likes of Honorable Ambrose Derry, the way I mean him, no so yet disciplinarian. He shouldn't let this thing pass. And he must deal with the IGP in a manner who say he's in control. But this country is a state with laws, with rules, and we are part of conventions. Onono Kotu Vienna Convention. Has he read it all? And at what point? And an IGP has that onerous responsibility to respond to a diplomatic mission. At what point? When you have a Minister of Interior, who is your boss, immediate, and you have a ministry that is in charge of foreign affairs. I wouldn't say matters of diplomacy. So, Mokra na koso blanda. Okay? Obi funku wa ufunda. If they were they did the wrong thing by tweeting, blah blah blah. You use the proper channels to address it. But hey, me when I saw that letter, I saw Kwisifori. I saw no journalists among them. Oh no, Juma ni achro. This are 7 and C. Long statement. Me say me, oh please. Now your trauma said science here. I know your problem. When you read it, you see Kwisifori in it. Achro. This are 7 and C. Ni achro. Ya wo mu pia ni and ye giant ni ade wo mu wia. Na fe they begin to somersault. Because a lot of, excuse my language, facha me pa, but I must say that I'm here a bit today. Oh, when you take the whole thing and you strip it, there's no common sense. Common sense be a woman. Take any statement that has been signed by that man. So, it's not about knowing how to write. No. Knowing how to write, you handwriting school, you won't perform more. Nice handwriting. But to it doesn't go do distortions back and forth. To both a teacher no fap handwriting, no amount, high score. Then that's the only high score he gets. And one of these such letters is this one. To the extent it's outro at the Woofie Assem as I conclude. I know I am DC for the General Secretary as Tro say, Master, know your limits. Know the remit within which you preach. Police, you're FEMO. If you're an IGP, you are in transition. Because before you came or you became the IGP, there were IGPs. What you say? When it is your turn to be IGP, don't overrate beyond a level. Too much. And you see, there are diplomatic implications in some of these things. Intina, diplomacy, they have chosen, say, brofuna mi don eni kojo ye kano. Oma sa brofunim ye kana say. Oma soni brofunu so.
Je brofu bi na diplomat out. Ne kase bia.
Debi.
Ni suban
FM.
What you say? Inti you live. It's a different inti say ye be fa wo kwabna sante as a diplomat to go and serve in any country. Yan sorry akeke. Now they take you through the rudiments. Train you. Then those who are training you yes, sure say you are well prepared. Now we are the who see ascend your friend say and they will profile the country they work on. They will also on their own independently do their checks on you before
it's a process.
Yes. Into both say you say you far kwejo ambassador. Obetina Ghana ha be 6 months. Don't call it. Adintra.
Bibi koso answer.
Grooming. Even sabi yet the way I yetenasi we your bar you better the way I uti bedwamu a yetenasi ni nyina kan we be at the war of your life and yes ana we train you the way but you better teacup you know you teacup anu a you know onum na o ye tesania and yes ofia no po un say ade ne ehye ne de ana
wo kakra
what you say you better say ni nyina emfa nya diplomat. They will teach you all these things. I'm wondering what they teach the police IGP before he becomes an IGP. I'm wondering. And I said before they enter that zone officer because me may be a officers pa Honorable Patrick the IGP Patrick Achampo maybe I will be a Michiao
Asempa FM.
because a diplomat. He knows what diplomacy. He understands what diplomacy means. And yet, just because you have a pen and paper sitting in front of you, you can write and show your bravado. Massa, we're goofy big time. And this thing, oh yes, it will go on record as his biggest nemesis as an IGP. His biggest nemesis. What I say? Because as young as you are, 50 and 51. Anamba. Let's say you're 51 and I'm 52.
Yeah, I think very.
You cry a new chain. So, it's Yanka. Udie up to 60 years, you have a long, your friend said, tenor ahead of you. So you will join you now. A bank crash is there will be no reason to take you off. But when you begin to cause blunders like this, may affect the state to this extent, you leave us with no you can't say option to review whether or not you are cut for. We are living in a League of Nations, and I won't say that. Are we not a member of Commonwealth? Are we not a member of the United Nations? Are we not a member of ECOWAS, yes, and many other protocols? And whenever we are in that zone, like I said earlier, there are ways even if you are offended, because they have charters that shows how those issues must be dealt with. Now, if you say, you are brave, I want to show your friends. And me, like I said, I will be glad if he comes to say, a letter no buy one time. Because if already letter no brain, he assumed it was something diplomatic and not signing. He been some pukra now one signing. Who say it was stamp?
Yeah.
Signature. I have one.
That's another matter altogether.
What I say? Me was stamp. My signature also. Anytime me war issues, me full say me near available. Me here me show someone me a man of authority to do so on my behalf. Maybe that is what happened. Because this whole thing does not resemble dampering.
Oh, how be what mama no tweet no one.
You see, like I said, she might have strayed into a local issue. I don't know what
she strayed or might have.
Me say she might have strayed. I'm treading a thin line because me name what the protocols, the Vienna protocols, me name what it permits and what it doesn't permit. I need education on that. What am I saying? That's why I don't want to be emphatic. She may have strayed into a gray area. But I said, I can't say. Nipa stray into an area when you know say what thought trap, and you can deal with him or deal with them as an entity. What do? You write a letter to your minister. This is what the British High Commissioner Waka Intino. I want a follow-up on this through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the diplomatic channels to address that notion. Where on not dream now, say not dream, say embassy not dream, nobody knows. But she is the head of the embassy. We assume, say, Bibi Obeka Biano, embassy no, one backing. And I think release BI say my no so. The latest release I hear yes, the embassy says they are not this just say whatever she has written. The embassy has taken responsibility of whatever she tweeted. That is why it is imperative. Say your diplomatic circles, your Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We have trained diplomats, as I said. The way you pen to paper so the permissible words, the permissible phrases, the permissible you can say syllables and all those other things. Terms are used in those circles. IGP. You just say whatever you've written is pure English. No substance, no base, just invectives. Any tantrums.
Asempa FM.
And I will toto ayampia, a kutia, and I will show chrome, and I will be bow chrome. I mean, come on, what a childish way of responding to an issue like this. Mr. Dampare, wherever you are, me, Kojo Eduasare, I was one of your biggest fans. But on this occasion, you need to apologize to Ghanaians, first and foremost, and write a huge apology through your ministry and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. First and foremost, before the diplomatic ansokra abemu. Because Ghanaians deserve that from you. It is not nice. And it's not about the fact that NDC and AirCan. But the MPP hasn't said anything. But I believe they will, on this particular occasion, they will join all of us to have one voice on this matter. Our IGP goofed big time.
I see. Chairman.
Script I watch for so Babekai. I know my him so I dean with you no be interrupt na me show Kojo din and said
let me go through a convention articles, but we do article 41. It is the duty of the one receiving immunities and privileges to respect the laws of the receiving state. It is also their duty not to interfere in the internal affairs of that state. I'm just going through what other things are saying. The chairman, just
a minute. Before just 30 seconds.
Yeah.
May say, assuming even the woman veered into our internal affairs, IGP response, is it also the permissible way they respond?
All right.
Kwabra. Idea we are opposition now so much giddy. Me all along, I'm surprised because I thought it shouldn't be an issue. Enka, from the opposition perspective, the state and then the police, and then the diplomatic corps. And the baby ye design come win. Me share IGP statements or the better abontia. With all Kojo submissions or And me one of the statements so bet me I think he gave about 15 points. Can me one. I bet me I got to say statement way. One can ye. Now it doesn't fit for what the woman just put it out there. But you see, you throw me na abring no opposition interest because they just want the attention from the British embassy, and then might be brave from side of communicators. Oh, embassy say diplomats no issue never say not to say government na wo ho no position. It is an the yanke jangum normal site in the year 2000 Rollins there and the SOA TV ni aka Professor Mills there ni aka John Mahama there na edu ho no mo there ene ye issue statement na the diplomatic call no NTS say at least MPP ebe position because this is what is happening out there. What you see? For me, there a beer war ni reason. Huh? A beer one reason. The 2000 incident can never be say Miami adi okotwiti. Me, I don't know Miami no the interest about my friends or Sajifu issue. I'm surprised.
Vama what you Sajifu?
Says some Vama that's no watu abon ho samrani.
Oh, more no samrani. E di ni mood.
And then you did young son no. You did young son and the guy name Wafa. Title Wafa. And now you are the born home samrani. Yeah, samrani dey be friend. So I never got in samrani or the born home no Sajifu. Entinu say mami bisa that particular questions na. They may bisa no say. Sabi on the prime minister. The traffic violation cry anchi no. Bisa. The traffic violation or till UK now or say okay I say covered by one of the Secretary of States say or the neighbor ko ade you question on the traffic the law and them run any day did any diplomat in UK e kan ho asema na ye betra krom ha na I say we are still under slavery ayasa na when your position desperate opposition thinking say okay yanka na diplomats no emetayechi with bibia ebekabia. I mean I'm surprised and I'm disappointed. Me say omo ka baako omo press conference na omo press release na omo kan omo make 1 point from 1 to 15 ora dan pare kan ya omo say 1 kan ye rather than a yampia no mubeto to say was say Ministry of Foreign Affairs, say Ministry of whatever it is. How many times have you heard say your citizens go abrochiri oma violate bibi o honomo na ya catch us say Ministry of Foreign Affairs and I issues our statement we are now so Secretary of State issues our statement we sabi Ghana for na hoho a go abrochiri a omutu anamon ko violate bibia police for by press conference no aden na yan kan job say omo ye foreigners nti yan fan come diplomats no mo kan ho asem aden no mo kasa. You see we must stop these things na ye focus on the things that it is within our rights and then IGP because and there would be a coyote opposition thing okay. I'm telling you for the fact say any opposition perspective kwajo will sit here and defend from the 1 to the 15 points IGP raise here. And I'm having no issue in there. No issue any day. Now, okay, the statement in this kana. Oh, your friend say he cited clearly fixed the country activist and a traffic action. And I'm looking at it. Me sure said yeah, kusi. Me sure said and then the same guy and I issue statement. Some bear demonstration. Now with the arms. The same person. I'm the policeman.
Private security.
Or say they are going to carry arms. They will hide their own private security. And they walk straight to GBC and speak directly to the citizens of the nation. And when they say a coup, now maybe say on the chrome UK and as will be issues as statement here. And yet terrorism they be charged no. Maybe so. You be catch us all Al-Qaeda straight. Yet yes so animal we no na ye de. Huh?
Obi no so obi NDC position say
NDC position in there.
Ekwan IGP afa akasa no. Etia amani amani
ben I'm saying asem kan no or issue statement 1 to 15 or receive points 1 to 15 and this statement no mo kan 1 violate the international convention idea o mo sign on come back A just desperate position. I'm also be a to my voice, but they must. Me, I feel so ashamed. Say, and now NDC cannot defend their own country. They cannot because they are desperate for power.
Chairman, memoir to us, but just from the Republic of Ghana, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration for immediate release, Accra, 1st June 2022. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has noted with concern the intense public debate that has been generated by the communication between the Inspector General of Police and the British High Commissioner in Accra. In line with the general diplomatic practice of communicating with diplomatic missions, preferably through direct engagement, the ministry wishes to remain circumspect on its pronouncements on the matter. We have therefore initiated contact with both the British High Commissioner and Inspector General of Police to resolve the issue at stake. The ministry wishes to underline its commitment to the strong historical bonds between Ghana and the United Kingdom, which through the years have been deepened by, among others, the exchange of high-level visits on both sides, as well as increased cooperation on trade, investment, and security. We take this opportunity to reaffirm the bonds of friendship and cooperation between our two countries. And this is from our Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration.
We diplomatic statement. What the Kwajo said, let's reply them. And this is when I come and say, but it doesn't stop us from whatever the NDC has put out there. For us, the diplomatic statement now, but the point is that the IGP, NDC get their gut to come and tell us, I don't know, why any in the fine Ekosiisen IGP apologize. So apologize to who? To who? As one guy, fine language. Where did it end it?
Foreign Minister, a way of communicating.
Massa. The way of communicating, I'm say, or no, assuming. IGP or your diplomat. As someone one fan or percent yes, we are security issue. Because number one, maybe I say, or no, I'm not 200 or 200. Nisa boundary not Timono. I almost a whole UK, a whole fee. When I bought by mom. Visasm. Umami. Oh, now bought by. Now, one more by Minister of Foreign Affairs, I'm not police for Kogu, and I'm not personnel Kogu. Responsibility lies on who?
Is it not the IGP? Affairs for the just say from just a Bibia Cocho.
That means my minister no more to you 120 years.
Oh, but clearly, irreducible I trust not say same po wachia warning come with the
established it.
No, you haven't established what? Yes, of course. IGP statement, my 15 points.
Overkill.
One. If NDC thinks that we are more diplomat than anybody in this country, they should mention one item. Say, sideline way. Poor, bad, or apologize. And yet, turn from Robert now to 2 years, and I am piano better now to 2 years. And then, okay. Who say who my mini statement your own kind? By IGP there, what kind? Lambastino.
I just said, I did not.
Train. Because my mini dear cry never. And also the one to one kind. And now who say okay? So now see import. So watch here day. I didn't know he violates our sovereign right. Only any audacity to talk about the kind say Otiwano be a violated trafficker. Huh? I don't know how many times the Kojo was a royal MP, yet Chroma MPs have violated so many traffics. A friend is saying, IGP Achiwom. I don't know, the interest in Sa or Katachi, any day, so Katachi say one or Saji Fu say one. The interest in that particular conversation, any day. That is the questions that you have to ask the woman. Foreign affairs don't make me keep statement. Me the whole hammer. But the point is that woman may not some kind, clearly demonstrating support for what the gentleman, the coolmonger, who has done all these things, has gone to cells, prison. Today, with the terrorism law in UK and US, and Kasao Katachin, call number 14, ma and ne, or my man is also and demonstrate. Say, we are coming for another demonstration with guns and arms. And work directly to GBC. Now, Rollins go away, 1978, no, Otimika, we were bonting. Near to Kromha, near to so handsome way, so now it look as if there's no leadership. There's nobody governing the country. Yet, minimum you have a trans studio, your freedom. Somebody they to chacha, and you get a diplomat to say a failure. What is that when you say a failure? Was some violating traffic offense? Me said he must be ashamed of herself. Sir, or no free, sir, or no free that quotas. Ekosiisen and fix the country.
Meba over to uncle also. Over Cobnas upon so we know or so zero with the manager for a dream. You. Omahene respectfully tell Edward side that the IGP did not goof. And it is a pity that we as a people are selling ourselves short. The lady has no business getting involved in our internal affairs. Do you remember what Okujeto did when the Australian ambassador commented on the gay issue? He said the ambassador has no right to talk on Ghana internal affairs. He even went astray and said he will beat the ambassador. The ambassador was wrong, and the British High Commissioner is wrong. Yes, I agree the IGP should have sent his letter via his minister to the foreign ministry.
I don't need all the things he said earlier, no, or the last line, no, answer no.
Protozua mean country.
Protozua.
This Vamawo guy is not better than the thousands of throttle drivers that the MTTD arrest on daily basis.
Omahene, because maybe for 15 minutes.
More than
Did you hear me mention Vamawo?
No.
Maybe so. Did you hear me taking the issues?
No,
because the areas are me dealing with, people misconstrue. I am saying that the IGP should have known, say, Asemaba, but Asemono, all the things he may have said, 15 point now, all but it must be channeled through the diplomatic sector.
Okay, it's getting a you Kennedy appearance so Denmark or Asembisa or say, can the Ghana High Commissioner do same in the UK? Never. There will be a strong protest from the UK government. The patronizing statement shows the ugly part of colonialism. We should all condemn the High Commissioner. She will not dare to say this in Denmark, Australia,
if we
Canada,
want to be
or New Zealand.
On our own.
Only on African soil.
We say if we want to be on our own, let us get ourselves off. Because like I said, diplomatic blunders, we cause them every day. And somebody was saying, I'm saying, of Akwabena Sapon, or say, Okujeto can be for Australia. Okujeto near the state of Ghana.
No, you're member of parliament.
Or near the state of Ghana.
Or you're ranking member of foreign affairs.
The state of Ghana.
Oh my God, I mean, come on.
The police.
No. But the way he's driving the whole thing, I was on the floor.
Ghana police.
Maminu on my good friends one, Mansa Musa.
Yes.
One time, the Russian foreign minister, who is regarded as one of the best in the business, he was asked how he always managed to remain calm. His answer was that as a diplomat, his job is to make shit look good. You see, when you are dealing with a diplomat, especially a diplomat from a friendly country that shares the same diplomat outlook with your country, you do not respond to them with harsh words, especially in public. To tell a diplomat to mind his or her own business It's almost like trying to destroy diplomatic relationships. The IGP aired, we do not have to do the usual NDC MPP with this one too. By now, we should have heard the foreign minister taking charge of things to bring calm, but being Ghana, I doubt capability.
John Benjamin.
Yes.
Benjamin, they don't know.
Okay, John Benjamin.
I don't know.
No, my one. Okay, but could be a friend of Craig Murray. Before the 2000 election.
Craig
Murray. Okay, I know.
What was it? What was it?
He did worse things than what this woman has done. They were tolerated. We had channels you dealing with them. Craig Murray, he was not politics. And I know the Chronicle, Ghanaian Chronicle. This they know this story I'm talking about.
Olive or kindly. Okay. So Olive. Watch out or say.
And then
how does the statement of the IGP hurt the state? Have we ever thought how the councillor's tweets can also hurt us? As usual, slave mentality.
No.
How dare you challenge an ambassador? Africans,
that's not
master.
the point.
The fact that we get funds from English doesn't mean we should grovel before them.
That's not fair. Professor Mills,
there are several instances about this we know clearly say BBC foreign it doesn't come to any point. Any point. Oh, I know the Oko can't get us some now. Can't the Oko can't. There are some moments now can be. But my point is that listen. It is clear.
The right person do it.
It's clear. Say, they just want to make a political issues about it. And pass say serious. I think say Jama anyhow. Say how and some way. Meaning say NDC come my dream no ebe particular tweet na ma many year. Any the response of papa the man, then they will decide and say this is what the level that we have to go. Listen. Mostly, for the last 60 years.
Yeah.
Let's begin to act, say.
Yeah.
To me, metnaha and make it because of political expediency. Now, me who anywhere in the world,
yeah.
Say, can't traffic violations. Now, a whole ambassador get time and say, and on Trump, the difference be any. Because on Bibia or street so the who be no a tweet. What I say because kochi obia me were interest woni mu the phone say ade aye no me can bring opposition voice out ma me ko kan bi na yenya bi nka na me hwe the response be free government waba hwe ma me kan chop play kwajo tu on intro me say all these violations and criminals and all other things that happen in the other jurisdiction none of them including US me who one say I catch say ya kochi Ghana ni wa violated traffic it ya the command ambassador ya try command Ghana mission and I say foreign state your president secretary of state when we in a very issue letter did they have time police for you told me crowd there me say IGP crowd there or the rank in the cost sometimes sheriffs in the county and omuka ho asem no wa be ya press conference na wa be drive gas IGP crowd I say come question for crowd na kan asem na wa be kan the listen won ka hwe masa ya pon George Floyd is one that can
no train
you can you cool no one that can ho asem